Last time on KVTV Under the Sun.
I wonder how big that book is.
4 pages.
2 pages. One for Rule 1, one for Rule 2.
That's the defendant's partner 2 years.
Louis, are you okay?
Right, just like slowly slid off to the left of the screen.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everyone. I have faded away. This is what happens when you don't pay rent on time. Is anyone ever actually going to give their name and occupation on the first
No.
go?
My name is KV. My occupation is living.
Hello, everyone. This is Rise from the Ashes, and we are KVTV Under the Sun, dealing with Mr. Gaunt, who is still processing at the moment, and it is very
We are here
discomforting.
dealing with the most selfish man on earth.
Yes.
Okay, wait. So, is the case called KVT Under the Sun, and we're actually the group Rise from the Ashes?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because
This case has
this-
consumed everything.
Yes, it
That's
has.
the new name for my rock band. I called it. It's Dibs.
Rise from the Ashes?
Rise from the Ashes.
Pretty sure some other underground band
Nope, it's
probably
mine.
might
I
take
called it
Oh,
Dibs.
Okay.
Dibs.
Okay. Self-profits? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Skye was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gaunt.
But how could he profit from all this?
Are you... what?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
You mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets?
Judge!
I mean, we do have a gallery of Muppets here. Oh, wait.
They all went quiet!
You meant puppet as someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind, that's very different than a Muppet.
Yes, it sure is! Anyway, admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Skye in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
You know what? I know why the Muppets went quiet, because the judge finally realized it and outed them out, so they were like, oopsies! That's why they didn't say anything in the gallery.
Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
Because, let's be real, I feel like the judge wouldn't realize the Muppets are actually puppets. I'm gonna say that.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
that's how
absolutely, you're
most
right.
Muppet logic works, is you don't realize they're puppets, you just go, oh yeah, that's a real being. And then when
Yeah,
they
no,
start going, hey, I'm a puppet, you're like, no, you're not.
He's right. What? What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
I don't think she can because of you.
It's called witness intimidation, my dude. Lana... she's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gaunt.
Well, he's got you there, Mr. Wright, and I mean, how would Lana, sorry, Emma's a high school student, how would Lana have let you get our most intimidating prosecutor of 40 years, Mr. Von Karma, convicted of murder in the last few months? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless... that is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Which one would that be? What are we on trial for again?
Oh my god, right? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
I like that new art.
Yeah, I
Me
like
too.
that new art too. I said that's a new picture, and then I realized I was muted.
Aww, KV!
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Yes, what do you mean by that? Is that a threat?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gaunt is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman.
Okay, well, he didn't actually say that, but...
Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What?
Rubble.
The Muppets are back!
Order! All Muppets, I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious!
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in a law enforcement agency, in the state of California no less, to accuse the chief of lead of blackmail and murder?
Me sitting here like, are we all surprised at all? Nope.
No.
That's impossible!
I mean, we kicked around Red White, we kicked around Var Karma, you know.
Do you remember the part where, like, Von Karma shot someone in an elevator?
Yeah.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now.
It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
I mean, he's got nothing else to lose at this point.
Can you
YOLO.
prove this, Mr. Wright? Can you prove that I'm actually a Muppet, apparently? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder.
Bruce Goodman's murder. Yes, ID card record.
Good question.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gaunt is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
We have enough of it.
I see. All right, then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good.
Wait, why is it just on me? Hang on!
Because you have the
Edgeworth's
evidence.
here too.
Mr. Edgeworth said you had the evidence, so show us this evidence that ties Chief Gaunt with the murder of Detective Goodman.
Okay, so I know it's the ID card record. Is there anything else that it could be? And do we have anything that proves that the 77s is Chief Gaunt's number?
The safe in his office.
Gumshoe
Like,
literally
I have
said
a-
that's his off number.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is that you present the ID card and Wright is gonna bring up his safe in his office.
Okay.
I think that's what's gonna happen. So let's go!
Yellow.
This is the ID card list.
Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 77s.
I love how we all was just like, nah, we're not gonna say it all.
We're not saying it, no. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number.
No hesitance!
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gaunt's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777.
Oh, you did it!
I thought you were going to say 4, the number of death.
No! The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gaunt,
Oh!
you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Oh, we got him! We got him! He's starting to sweat!
And then he puts his hands behind his back again. Order! Order! Chief Gaunt, what do you have to say?
Oh, we got him!
Thing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations.
Hey, but you were sweating there.
And I will demand Mr. Wright to be punished to the maximum extent of the law.
Evidence law!
But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Chief Gaunt, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
about it. I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Well,
You have to use an ID card to get to the bathroom?
also, like, the difference here is that someone died that day you walk into the evidence room. Did someone die going into the bathroom? What?
People die in the bathroom all the time. Come on, keep up.
Jesus. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Okay, so Chief
Oh.
God goes to the bathroom in the evidence room. Got it.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be?
Okay, he was there.
I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gaunt, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? The trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth.
Oh, okay.
If Chief Gaunt met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gaunt the day of the crime.
Oh.
Is it just the ID card record?
Huh?
Isn't it just the ID card record? No?
We just presented that, so I don't think...
Hold.
Show us
Can we
proof that
see
the
the
victim
parking
went-
stub? Okay, never mind. Not that.
That's
not that.
Edgeworth. Yeah, that's Edgeworth.
Okay, let's
That's
see,
Edgeworth
let's
then.
see.
Wait, this screwdriver.
Brought back to his office by Gaunt's request.
Yeah.
who?
Wait. He had to. Okay, this screwdriver was prior to finding Goodman, meaning Gaunt went into. It was Gaunt's request, meaning he must have picked up the screwdriver when he was in the evidence room?
Yeah.
But where did we find that screwdriver?
Edgeworth gave it to us in his office because he had it because he was asked to take it back and hold on to it?
He was asked to take it, not Goodman.
Yeah.
but still, like, this was given to him before we knew about anything going on. So that means that so we're basically going on the day of the murder. Edgeworth was given that screwdriver by Gaunt.
Meaning he had to be in the evidence room for it.
Yep.
Yeah. I think
But that's not what we're trying to prove, isn't it? We're proving that the victim went to...
We're trying to prove that he's in the evidence room because that way we know the meeting could have transpired. Because if we look at the ID list, we know that they had to have met based on the IDs that are used.
But we already know that he was in the room. We need to prove that he was in the room with
Okay,
Goodman.
one of those is
Okay.
fake. Well, we can't use the ID card record because, like, one of this one at 514 that was a fake. That was Marshall. So we can't
Yeah.
present the ID card record
Okay.
again. I'm telling you that now. That's not gonna work. But I'm gonna sit on this screwdriver because, like, I don't see anything else we could use. I don't know if this is gonna work either. This was found
We
in the
have some
prosecutor's office crime scene, so there's nothing
Yeah.
we can do.
No,
anything
that
about.
doesn't-
And that one we know isn't going to be valid because you know how we found that one? We found it because
Marshall
Marshall
dropped it.
Yeah, because Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go back to the murder weapon. I'm going through everything right now.
This was in the toolbox, so
No,
this has nothing.
no prints.
Wait, what does it mean by usually in Edgeworth's toolbox?
Well, I mean, it was found in a body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's an autopsy report. That's a memo that's found in the car trunk. 4 plans, crime photo. Shoo, that's not doing anything. Found at the crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler.
No, that's not it.
Lumino. Nope. Thanks, Emma. Lost item report?
Wait!
What?
Can only be submitted to the chief of police.
Oh.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay.
But he didn't finish writing it. He didn't finish it.
A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. He didn't finish it because he died. Maybe that's when he was going to give it to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He probably died
But it
right
was
as he was
found
doing
at
it.
Goodman's desk, unless Gaunt put it back at Goodman's
I thought it was found in the
No,
locker.
what could have happened was that he started writing it. Gaunt came over to grab him to go help him at the evidence room. So that's why it was never finished, because he's like, oh, okay,
Oh.
I'll just wait
It's
until...
dated to 2/21, and it can only be submitted to the chief of police. That shows intent that Bruce Goodman was going to meet him that
Yeah,
day.
and now that you bring
That's
that
what
up,
we're trying to prove.
Okay, let's go
And
with...
when
Let's,
you bring
Trying to
that
prove
up,
that the victim went to meet the chief that day.
yes, and when you bring that up, we know then that could have been in the evidence room because they only need one ID card to get in for 2 people.
Yes. They just need the ID card to open the door. 2 people can walk in.
okay,
Yes.
well, we're gonna try this, okay? Because we're sitting on this one. Okay. Okay.
Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the
The
crime.
music didn't stop, but the damage meter went away, so I'm like, okay, we did it. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report. Which means you can't be sure if he failed it.
Or filed.
Oh, that... God.
No, you're good.
Okay.
It's fine.
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot there was a transfer
Wow,
day, too.
Yeah, we all forgot about that.
Yes.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gaunt. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him?
Yeah,
There's
you
no
play
other
backup
way-
missions.
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman. He said it! He said it, it's on tape! Exactly.
Wait! There's more.
Bang the gavel, Judge. He's guilty.
The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him into the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
No!
That's divine electrocution right there.
That damage animation, yo!
Chief Gods! You didn't.
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime for no one in their right mind. It's a...
Yeah, there's more, sorry. Yeah, text boxes.
Or no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder.
Panic murder?
After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did he manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire day, you know.
Edgeworth,
Screwdriver!
Edgeworth, your car's Lightning McQueen. We have established this. Edgeworth, were you not also at the police department on that day?
Yeah! And then you drove
Yes,
back
and
to
now
the
we
office!
have the screwdriver to prove it!
Yes! And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems.
You weren't even there that day.
Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you! Take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gaunt, you left all the evidence we need.
I'm sorry, just imagining him saying that so casually, but he's really funny. Take this dead body, it's okay. Don't ask questions, don't worry about it.
I'll give you $20. Just do it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Gumshoe.
Give me
Pay your
$100,
rent.
I'll do it. Wait a second.
I'll pay your rent.
Oh, shit.
To prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. Right, we have all the evidence we need to prove. Yeah, right. Okay. Stop breaking up sentences, game. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue, just taking up space.
How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
It's a screwdriver, isn't it?
Yep.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gaunt used this. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
What's that? A screwdriver? But what does that have to do with the case? Are you implying he's the doctor?
Okay, first of all, Judge, I'm gonna need you to focus up. Second, Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime.
Oh, right, he'd actually be the master in this case if he was a bad guy. Right,
Oh
right,
my
right.
god. What is this screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... Oh! I was asked to go. By Chief Gaunt, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gaunt asked you to.
You mean
The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Rubble, 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 rubble. Lightning
thought we
McQueen
already
is
knew
now an
this.
accomplice.
Detective Goodwin's body was carried in the trunk of Lightning McQueen?
Chow. Yes, unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief? Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal of the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. This was exactly the opposite.
It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Gaunt, please, say something!
I believe your time's up.
My time's up? I'm dead?
Sorry, Raito, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this.
I thought we were having lunch.
That's later.
Okay.
We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special.
Oh my god.
It's like past 1 p.m. It's probably not time for the early bird special. I need more time and... We'll shut up.
The cross-examination isn't finished yet! Remember when I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Like having lunch?
Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. You do realize that makes you more sus, right? There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away. Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
You know, we would love to do that, but this game is kind of picky about where to present things and what to present.
I have places to be. I'm gonna need you to step
Shut
it
up, I'm thinking. Shut up, I'm thinking. Alright. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gaunt is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof.
Do we actually have this?
Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
I'm like blanking on what we need to present.
Do you have any concrete proof? Do you have any literal concretes? Proof that Chief Gaunt murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body.
Okay, let's think about this. Can we pull up the evidence?
I can't think of anything that really can be considered decisive is the thing. Like, we still
Alright,
don't know.
Kowalski.
We still don't know what even triggered Gaunt to murder Goodman.
Can we look at the autopsy? Loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Go back.
I know I may have checked this before, but the switchblade knife was always broken, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the part of it is that's stuck in Neil's chest or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what we need to present here, and I
Wait.
might have to glance over at the guide to see
Could
what's
we
going on here.
use the luminal testing fluid on the switchblade knife?
Well, I can't do that right now.
Okay. Wait, what is the glove for?
It's how they kept the door open.
I
Yeah.
know that, but if we're going with the theory of everything of how it's gone thus far, why was the glove stuck there?
The glove was
guess
stuck there because Marshall left the door, wanted to leave the safe to Goodman's thing open so when he can go back and, without using his ID card and stuff. We've already established
Okay.
why it was stuck there.
Yes, but how did Marshall get it there in the first place?
Probably went in there with Goodman? I don't know.
Okay.
Only oh boy. Alright.
The security video is funny, but not useful.
Sorry. That's Neil's autopsy report. That doesn't help us at this moment because we're looking at Goodman's stuff, I believe. So that's not. Yeah, none of this is gonna help us because we're looking at Goodman's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we. I'm gonna look at the guide for a second because I don't know what to present. You guys can't think of anything, can you?
Okay, don't tell us about the guide, but if at the moment I'm leaning to we don't have any evidence yet. But
Okay.
if it's not that, just tell us if it's not that.
We
And then
save.
Can we save?
What am I saying if it what do
No,
I
no,
do
no,
I
just
be silent?
just check the guide. Check the guide.
Okay, I did.
Okay, so is it that are we supposed to have the proof? Do you
want me to
I'm asking
answer
you.
or not?
No, don't tell me what the proof is.
Oh,
Just tell me if we
Do
have
we
it.
have to have proof currently?
no.
No?
Oh, okay,
Okay.
all right. I'm glad that
We
that was
have no
actually
proof. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, and you guys aren't. I can't. That's why I was asking. Do you guys see anything out of this evidence? Because I can't think of.
I
what
don't
the heck
see
I'm looking.
anything.
Okay.
So I feel like we don't have proof yet, and that's the point because he's been intimidating everyone. But I wanted to
Okay.
make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
don't want anyone watching this video to end up like wasting their time if we just get a game over or
Present
something.
everything.
It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Aji?
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you against your Sorry, I'm senile again. This court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief.
What?
I told you I was gonna do that.
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Raito. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you. East!
Okay.
Boy, gods and
Wait,
dolls.
it's done? Oh, bad end, I guess.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright.
Wait, was that not what we were
This-
supposed to do?
Is an affront to the senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency.
What?
I had a feeling
Saving
I
your
was
ass
gonna come in
again.
with this.
Lady Luck, Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean by this?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
A lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
Ah, yes, that's right. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gaunt has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
Yeah, we're not gonna testify him.
There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth! Are you suggesting it's me? Because I wasn't involved in this at all. Otherwise, who is this person?
I didn't realize you were a lady, Judge.
Oh. I thought lady was just a title you had.
Why
Like
are
the
you
first
asking
name.
me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today.
Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
It's Lana, isn't it?
Are they in this room?
She may not be willing to tell the truth,
Yeah, it's Lana.
but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls forth...
Blue Badger.
Bruce Goodman!
The defendant? Miss Lotta Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st.
Okay, yeah, we know that part.
Her task? To dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day.
Oh my god.
In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony.
Holy
There will be no
crap.
dodgeball today. The court is now...
Maybe Lana? I don't know.
Hold on. Huh?
Or is this gone? Oh, it's gone! Never mind!
Chief Guns, that was a great impression you did there, but I also thought were...
that.
But I thought you were going to go eat. You talk about eating and stuff.
Listen good, Lana. He's talking to Lana!
Lana's behind you, Chief Gon. Why are you talking to me?
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences.
Why
He's
isn't
doing literal witness intimidation in front of everyone!
Hello, in front of the judge? And what the? Oh my god, why?
He's just talking with her, it's fine.
That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
I mean, we kind of already proved that.
Ah! This isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway. Right? Just something to think about. Alright then. I'm off to lunch. I've got a lunch date to meet.
Jesus
Ta.
Christ, this guy.
Hey,
Peace out,
I'm
Audrey.
sorry, Judge. Like, he was just standing next to the door, like, keeping his ear to it for a little bit, and it was kind of suspicious, but, I mean, he's chief police, so we couldn't do anything. Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess.
Holy crap.
Go play hopscotch.
Oh my god.
February 25th,
never
2:04
gonna end.
p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
This is the case that
Never ends.
It
just
keeps
go
on,
and
friend. I forgot the
my
song.
Friends. Some people started singing it. Looks like we've managed to stay in the game.
Yeah. Thanks to your help, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth, I'm sorry to tell you, but you don't show up in some of the later Ace Attorney games.
That chief. He's something else, that pals.
Detective Gumshoe.
I'm not a detective anymore.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm on the side where to work now. At your office.
What now? My office?
Sure. I'll take the place of that top-notch girl you used to work with.
Could he mean Maya?
Oh my god.
Still, looks like we're out of moves now. I was always bad at checkers. I always kept saying checkmate. Chief's got done again. How else do we get the upper hand?
It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify.
Settle down, Wright. Remember what the judge said.
But Chief, that is our right to be casually invoked. I'm in a flashback. There are certain risks to be considered.
Risks. What did he mean by that?
It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true.
You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too?
I don't-
Who?
I don't know.
Emma?
Okay.
Hi!
Everyone's good at doing a lot of
We're all
impersonation
impersonating
today.
each other today.
Emma! That was an amazing Lana impression. Are you okay?
Thanks! I'll let you know that in the next video because we're out of time, unfortunately.
You can read minds and you can break walls?
Yeah!
Wait, we have time limits on how long we can talk for? On a specific
You're
day?
not- Lana, Emma, you're not supposed to acknowledge the fourth wall.
It's
Come
all
on.
science! Don't worry about
We
it!
all agreed collectively to ignore it and pretend it's there.
But here in Butts, I just checked, and there's over 3 walls here.
No! Gumshoe! Stop!